everybody, Patty Ann here again today. Hey, Linda asked me in YouTube, as one of the comments, if I could do a video on something, and she sent me some information of what else she needed so that I understood her question. And if you have a question, send it to teampattyAnn@gmail.com, and maybe we can do a video for you as well. But Linda's question was this: I want to know how to make stacked fonts or how to use stacked fonts in Embrilliance. So I'm going to open Embrilliance Essentials today, and I'm going to purchase a stacked font from Etsy, and I'll show you where I get it, and I'm going to show you the secret to being able to use these fonts like that. So follow me to my desktop and let's get started. And oh, by the way, if you like my videos, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you give me a like, it really helps more people to be able to see my videos and for me to be able to help more people understand how to use Embrilliance. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing I'm going to show you what I did was where I got these stacked fonts. So I came to Etsy, and if we go up here to my account and we go to my purchases, you'll see them right here. I bought two different types, okay? And I bought them from, the name of the person is ARTAPLI, okay? ARTAPLY. And if you'd like, I can link it for you down below. I'm not affiliated with this person. I don't even know who they are. But these are the fonts, the two that Linda had, and these are the ones I wanted to show her how to use, or her friends how to use. So I'm going to come over here where it says download files, and I'm going to click on that, and it's going to show me some information down here. Now here are the two stacked fonts, and it's really, really important that you download the proper one, because if you get the one, you're going to be really frustrated. If you get the right one, you're going to be a happy camper. So let me show you the difference. The first one here says stacked ed.zip. Okay, and the second one says stacked edbx.zip. BX is the secret code of what you'll need. You'll need those files to use in Embrilliance. That's what I'm talking about here today, Embrilliance. So that's the one you'll use, and I'll show you the difference between the two of them at the end, so you'll see, what the heck is she talking about? Why do I care? And then down here, there's the second one. Here it is, stackedblock.zip. Okay, and the next one says stacked block BX zip. So the BX one is the one we want. Now, to use these things, what you're going to do is you're going to find the one you want that has the BX lettering in it and click download. That's going to download in your Windows machine right over here to the left. You can see it here, and mine has actually a number 1 in parentheses afterwards because I've already done this once, but I'm doing it again, walking through it step by step so you can see how easy it is. So I'm going to click on that to open it, and there's just one file folder in here. Notice if I click on it to open it, there's some things in here, but we can't use any of these things yet until we do the magic of extracting. You have to extract the files. The reason why they're zipped is because the file is so huge, it would take forever to download it. But if they zip it, it compresses the files and allows you to download it more quickly. But when you get to your computer, you have to unzip it to use it or extract it. So I'm going to say extract all. And I'm going to leave the destination folder exactly like it is right here. It says I'm going to download it to my downloads folder. And I want to show the extracted files when it's complete. So I'll say extract. Okay, here are the extracted files. And if you'd like to, the file behind this, you can get rid of the one that says extract all up here because you've already done that. Just keep this one out. And now double click on it to open it, and notice there's all these stacked ED things in here, all different sizes. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to the stacked 2-inch ones and just double click on it And if I come down to Embrilliance, notice it says, since I just double clicked on it, the font stacked ed underscore 2 inches has been installed. I'll say okay. Here's the thing though, if I try to use that, so I open a font by coming right here, and I come over here to the letters and click on it, and I try to find stacked block. They're in alphabetical order, so I'm going to have to do a lot of scrolling. Should be able to move this up. There we go. And so I have to do a lot of scrolling to get to the S's. Stacked, S-T-A-C. Oh, it goes from, oh, well, guess what, y'all? I do have it in there because I've used it before. So let's try another one. It shouldn't come in. It usually says you have to restart your computer, not your computer, the program before they'll come in. So let me just check another one. Let's go back to my file folder. Let's get the maybe 4.5 inch one. So I just double clicked on that, come down here to Embrilliance, and it says that that one has been installed. I'll say okay. And let's just see if it is available. If it is, that's unusual. Usually you must start your software again for it to show up. So if ever yours don't show up, make sure you restart your software and they'll be there. But let's check it out and see if by any chance it's here. So I'm going to go down to stacked. Okay, this time notice it didn't show up. So before it showed up because I had restarted my computer, or not my computer, my software. So let me restart this and I'll show you. Okay, I'm restarting it, and now I'm going to go to the lettering tool, create letters, and I'm going to come over here and see, now I'm going to show you something. I clicked on the letter S, so that got me right away to all the S's, and look what's here now. Now it's in here. So I can click on this to change this to the stacked letters. And that's how easy it is to use this font. It's really super easy. Let's look at the stitch simulator and see what it's going to stitch like. First, it's going to do this row, this column, I should say, and then this column, and so forth. So, of course, we can make it say whatever we'd like it to say. I'll make it say joy. And there it is. It will say joy. And since this is the larger one that I chose, we can kind of click on this to select the whole thing, and we can look down here to see how big it is. Now, right now I have it in millimeters. If I double click down here, it will tell me it in inches. So right now it's 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. Okay, if I like to see it in millimeters better, I can do it like that. Now it looks like, since that's the size of it, I could probably change my hoop size, right? See what a big hoop I have? To change the hoop size, I just come up here, and I'm going to go to the 100 millimeter by 100 millimeter, because that is my 4x4, which I think I've shown you before. If yours just says 100 by 100, you can come up here and edit it and then change what it says for your hoop in case you like it in inches instead. So I'll say apply and okay. All right, obviously now we've got a little bit of a warning. This will not fit in here because this, and we know that because of this red bar right here. So as I said, this design, let's see. Oh, I see why now. The design, if you look up here, it's even easier to see. The design itself is 2 3/4 inches wide by 4 3/4 inches tall. So one thing I could do if I really wanted to is, and I only had a 4x4 hoop, I could use the smaller one. As we saw, there was a smaller one. Or let's see if we can do this. If we go through here, I wonder if first I'm wondering if we did a color sort. Okay, there's a color sort. And now let's see what happens. So now it's going to do all the yellows first, and so on, like that, which would be good. But you know what I could do now, you guys? I can do this. I can drag this thing across here and start using these little arrows that go one by one. Oh well, when I get close to the end of the yellow. Okay, now it's already left the yellow, right? See that? Hopefully you can see what I mean. Okay, it's left the yellow. It's starting to do the black. So these are the one by one ones. Click. So I'm going to click that, and once I get to the very end of the yellow, oh, right there, I'm going to hit a stop. And actually, I don't really have to do that. Hang on a minute, I was not thinking clearly. I can just come right over here now, and this yellow, I can just hit delete on my keyboard and it's gone. And now we have less things in our joy, but it fits in the 4x4 hoop if you need it to. Okay, so the next thing that we can do is we can come here to the create letters, and this time instead of using the smaller one, I'll come to the bigger one. Remember, once I click over here, I can type in the letter if I know the letter that my font starts with. So I can type in the S, and it automatically gets me to all the S's. And this time, I'll do the 2. And check that out. That would really easily fit in the 4x4 hoop. Because if you'll notice down here, we still have the 4x4 hoop. And this little guy right here only measures an inch and an eighth by 1 7/8. So that is teeny, teeny, tiny. Well, I haven't done the stitch out of these yet, but let's look back at Etsy again and see what they look like there. So this is what they look like when they're stitched out. Pretty, right? Now, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and download the other one. So here's the other one that I already got. Okay, this one looks a little bit different, like that. Let's download this one. And so I'm going to download this one. Remember now, here's the crucial thing. You must remember to download the one that has BX in it. BX. And I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to click on it and extract it. I'm going to leave it just as it is and say extract all. And I'm going to open this. And I'm going to open the 8-inch ones. I'm going to double click to install. So it should say, yep, that stack 8-inch has been installed. Okay. And so now I'm going to come up here to open a new one. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to type in the word I'll just type in the word happy. And now I'm going to go again to the letters that start with an S. Stack block. Remember, it was the 8-inch ones. It was a little bit different. Whoa, it's very different, right? So let's scroll in so we can fit it in here. All right, now obviously we got the red warning right here, which means my hoop is not big enough for this. How large is this? It's 8 by 7. So I'd need an 8 by 10, 7 by 10. Nope. I'll need to make this a little bit smaller or get the smaller version instead. Okay, and right now, if I want to hide that hoop because it's bothering me, I can just hit the H on my keyboard and it's gone. But obviously it still won't fit. But let's check out the stitch simulator for this one. And again, it's going to do the different colors. Okay. You may be wondering, can I change the colors of these things? Okay, I decided to leave the word happy at the size that it came in at, but I did want to show you that you can change the colors. Well, when I click on color over here, color, you see if I click on color, I'll see all the colors, okay? If we go up to the stitch simulator, you can see one by one how it changes the colors. So let's, for example, say I want to change this color right down here. It's the first color because the second color, well, actually, it's the first two colors. You see that? So if I click on this color right here, which is over here, and I change it to like a purpley color, say OK, it's changing the top one and the bottom one. Let's go forward a little bit more. There's the purpley. Let's change this. Now this is going to change these two. So the second one is going to change those two. Let's change it to something really bright so you can see it well. Change it to a bright yellow. Say OK. Right, let's go back to the stitch simulator. What about if we want to change this letter H? Okay, that's this one right here, the third one. We can change that to something else. Let's make it a green and say OK. So you can absolutely change the colors of these things just like that. Okay, so just now you saw the difference, or you saw how I used the stacked block BX file. Now I'm going to show you why you want the BX file and not just the regular file. So I'm going to download the stacked block zip file right now. I'm going to open it and I'm going to extract all and let it go where it goes. First, you need to see how many files are being extracted to do this. 2,300 items are being extracted. And I'll show you how many items basically were in the other one again in a moment. So we're going to wait till this is all extracted. Okay, hopefully this will make a little sense to you. The one on the left, those are the BX files, the fonts that you install. So right here at the top, this is the 3.5 inch files. All you need to do is install this. When it's installed, it's a font. Just hit the letters on your keyboard and enter them. On the right over here, these are not the BX ones. These are the PES because I use a brother machine. You would choose whatever machine you use. But this is still also just the 3.5 inch size. But notice what you need. You need one of these for each one of the letters in the 3.5 inch size and every other size beyond that. So you'll need a 4.5 inch size that has all of these, a 4 inch size, a 5 inch size, and so on. And the only way that you can use these is that you bring them in one at a time. So rather than just hitting the letter A on your keyboard, because it's a BX font or it's a font, you're going to bring in an image over here for each one of these that you want to use. I hope that makes a little bit of sense, but it's just remember, you want the BX. BX is the magic. Okay, these have all been extracted to this file right here, so I can get rid of this window or this file. So they're all in here. Let's check it out. When we double click on this, okay, for the 3.5 inch one, if we double click on that, check it out. Look what we get. We don't get a font. We get PES stitch files or JEF, J-E-F if you're using a Janome. But let me click on the PES. Now this is just for the 3.5 inch letters. Click on the PES. Check this out. And if I view, let's see, extra large icons, so you can see what's going to happen with all of these, right? Okay, so let's go and see if we can, well, there's no way that we can install this because it's not a font. So what I need to do now is remember where this is if I want to type something in. So let me show you what I'm talking about. First, I'll do the regular one. I'm just going to come in here, get the ABC, come over here, put a letter S in here to get me in that area, and I'm going to do the 3.5 inch stacked block. There it is. Bingo, just like that. Okay, if on the other hand, I want to do this but I did not get the BX font, the BX file, and I did not go ahead and put it into my font area, meaning I didn't install it. Then it's going to be like this. I'll open up a new page. Actually, I'll just go to open, and I'm going to go ahead and find where my stacked block is and the 3.5-inch size. Click on that to open it. And I want the PES because that's what my machine reads. And I'm going to type in the word Patty, the name Patty. So there's the P. If I was using the BX font, all I would do is hit the letter A on my keyboard, and it would put it right in there. The TTY on my keyboard. But with the PES file, I have to do it like this. So I'm going to say File, Merge Working File, and I'm going to say A, open. Okay, and then I need to move that. Then I'm going to go to File and Merge Working, T, open. And if I'd like to, I could actually just Control C and copy and Control V and paste. So I have those. I just like to use keyboard shortcuts. Control C is for copy, Control V is for paste. Then I would do a file and a merge working file and get the Y like that. Okay, so that's what you'd have to do if you don't have the BX file. But if you have Embrilliance and you're using the BX file, all you have to do is this. We're going to open a new page, and I'm going to come up here to the letters, come over here to the text area and type in Patty, and go down here to the font that I want, which started with an S. Remember, stacked block. There's the 3.5-inch, and voila, done. So this is with, oopsie, this one is using the PES files, and you have to do them one at a time. This one is using the BX font that you just type in on your keyboard. I hope that makes sense. So again, if I want to type in Patty, I can use the BX and just change this right here, change it to Patty. And since it's a BX font, it's a font. Since it's a BX file, it's a font. And I can go right here and look at that, just like that. So that's why you want to get the BX font. That's the most important takeaway from this a little bit long video. When you're given the option, get the BX font. When you purchase those things, get the BX font. If you're using Embrilliance, it'll save you so much time. You can just install that font right in there and just type away on your keyboard, and the stuff works. So that's all. I hope this helped, Linda. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. Remember, feel free to email me at team, like a ball team, pattyann@gmail.com. Thanks again. Hey, check out my links down below. If you're in the market to purchase something, don't forget to give me a thumbs up so more people can see this and maybe learn from it as well. Bye for now.